Hey everyone, it's Jenny again. I just finished a resin video where I was working on some candles and these two paperweights with leftover resin. This video here is going to be something different. It's going to be me giving you my review on my Polaroid Now. I'm going to include some footage of me using it. I'm going to insert that now. Hey everyone, it's Jenny again, and I am filming this video of just me using the Polaroid Now camera. First thing, it's a little chilly and it's a little windy, so hopefully this video isn't like full of wind. So let's get on with this. First thing about this camera that I noticed is when I turn it on, you push and hold it down, this button right here, you can see the film counter right here. I have 8 pictures. This is the flash, so I can turn the flash on or off. So I don't want it off right now, I don't think. I don't know, I can try it with it on and try it with it off and we'll see what we can get. It's a little chilly, so I'm sorry if I'm kind of doing like this all the time, but it's a little chilly outside. Alright, I have the camera on. Something else, and you can't see it, that I noticed, but there's a little green light right here. That shows that the battery is charged, or you have enough battery to take pictures, I'm guessing. I'm going to also try to do a double exposure out here. This is with the I-type film, so I'll do a different video later of me using the Polaroid 600 film, and we'll just see what we get and what is the difference in them. So let's get started. I'm going to take some photos of some of my statues and just see what we get. It's not really, I don't live by a park or anything like that, and I definitely don't want to get up and walk blocks to take pictures because it's chilly outside. So let's just see around here what I can take some pictures of. We're going to try the double exposure first to get that over with so I can show you it. So for that, you're supposed to be able to hit this self timer button twice. So I'm going to hit it twice. Okay, now it says 1. There's a 1 blinking right here. I don't know if you can kind of see that, but that means I need to take the first picture. So I'm going to go with a picture of a statue, and let's get that started. So I'm going to get a picture of this statue that's right over here. You can't really see it that well, but I'm going to take it as my first picture. Okay, so when I took that picture, it didn't make much of a sound, just a little click. So now I'm going to take a picture of maybe some trees in the sky just to see how that turns out. I think I am going to turn the flash off though. So the second picture, it worked really good. I was able to turn off the flash and take the second picture, and as soon as I clicked the shutter button, it, came right out, so that's pretty good. Now it says I have 7. The flash did come back on after I turned it off, so I'm guessing after every picture it will come back on. So now I'm going to try to find somewhere else to take a picture. It's just my backyard, so there's not much to it. Let's see. Might try to take a picture of another statue or just my tree and this bench over here. We'll see. All right. I think I might turn the flash on for this picture, and I'll get another picture of this statue that's over here. You can definitely smell the chemicals from the camera. For that one, I turned I had the flash on. I have 6 pictures left. I don't think I want to use all of them right now. This is just kind of seeing how this camera will work. I might get a picture of this little rabbit statue over here. Okay, so there's not much to take pictures of in my yard, so I'm sorry about that, but I don't really want to get out and walk around right now either. I might do some videos of us driving around the country, and I might take some pictures of landscapes just to see how they turn out, but it is an autofocus camera, so I kind of want to take some pictures of statues and stuff too, and maybe indoor pictures just to see how it focuses and how the flash does indoors and everything. So I'm going to take a picture of this statue. I'm going to have the flash on for this picture, I think. Or I might do one with one off. Let's try it with the flash off just to see how it turns out. Actually, it turned off on its own, the camera did. I didn't charge it all the way, so I'm going to turn the flash off. Alright. I'm putting all these pictures in my pockets, so we'll see how they turn out later, and I will kind of maybe add in a picture or something at the end of this video of how they look. What else should we take a picture of? I'm going to go indoors and take some pictures, just see how the indoor lighting does with the flash. I have 5 left of this roll of film, so I want to save a couple. I might do one of the bunny statue with the flash on just to see how that looks. So I took one with the flash on that time. It does come back on after every picture, so if you turn it off on one, it's going to be on the other one. So you want to make sure you shut it off again if you need to. I'm going to turn the camera off right now and go in and take some indoor photos. I'm not going to film indoors just because my house is a mess. I mean, 2 kids with a, pandemic going on, no school, they're just at home doing schoolwork. Yeah, my house is a mess. Okay, so I ended up going for a ride that day in the car. I had my husband take me out driving around just so I could get a couple of shots of outdoors, landscape and stuff besides my backyard. With everything going on, I don't know, I haven't really been out walking around a park or anything, which I love to go walking on the trails and stuff, but I've been working full-time still and trying to make some resin stuff too, and I have a few orders too that I'm slowly getting done. It's just that I'm waiting on supplies for them as well, so I haven't really had a whole lot of time, and then with everything going on, it kind of makes it to where you don't really know if it's a good idea to go out walking and stuff like that. Social distancing and everything. So, I don't know. I'm ready for all this to be over with. I'm ready for this coronavirus to be gone and everything. And so, do apologize for me being outside earlier, and it was really chilly, so I was trying to get it filmed and done, me taking some pictures, and I do have those results and everything. But overall, I really do like this camera. I like the feel of it. I don't like using the strap, so I'm not going to use that strap. I really do like the feel of the camera though. It is not as squared looking. I feel like the corners are a little bit more rounded. It just, I don't know, I like the look of it. I have not tried the 600 film with this yet, so I might do a video showing the 600 and the I-type. Because me, I don't think I'm going to buy like both of them. I think I'd probably stick to one or the other. So I kind of want to know if there's any differences. Sorry, I keep saying let's get on with showing you the pictures. So, one of the pictures that I took outside was of my fairy statue. You can clearly see it. It's actually turned out really well. I was happy with how it turned out, and I was really surprised. I believe with this one, I had the flash off. I can't remember exactly, but pretty much outside, the flash off or on when the day, like when the sun was out, it really didn't give you that much of a difference. And I have one that I can show you with the flash on and with the flash off. This one, I think the flash was off, but I'm not sure. I'd have to look back at my footage and see. This is just of my fairy statue. But it turned out really good. I really like it. Let's see. We'll move on. I did try to take a double exposure, which I did that in my video, but I took a picture of the dark object first, like it was of the fairy statue. And then I took a picture of the sky with a tree. And so you can kind of see it didn't really like come out that great. Like I can see some of the fairy in there, and then like you can see the fairy in the fence and everything, just like in the first photo I showed you just now. But like you can kind of see the tree a little bit down here too, and maybe the sky. So I didn't really like how that turned out, but it was not that bad taking a double exposure. It really wasn't. On the camera, like all I did was just, I turned it on and you can clearly see the LED, you know, right here. And then the flash will, you know, it's on to begin with, but if you turn it off and take a picture, it comes right back on. So you just have to remember that, and I did forget it a couple of times. But for a double exposure, all you do is just hit the self timer button twice, and it will light up one right there. So then you take your first picture with the shutter button, and then you'll see where it says 2. That means you take your second picture, and then once you take your second picture, the film will come out, the picture will come out. So it's pretty simple. Just remember, like if you're doing the first and second picture, if you do one picture with the flash off, you're gonna have to turn your flash off again for the second picture. This is the one where I did the flash on and the flash off. And like I said, you can't really tell that big of a difference. The only thing that I noticed is around the rabbit statue, this here is a little bit lighter and this here is a little bit darker. And the leaves right here, I feel like, I don't know. See, you can kind of see there. This is a little bit more lighter around the bunny, and this is darker right here. But they both look really good, I think. This brightens up the bunny a little bit more, but on this one with the flash off, you can kind of see a little bit more detail on the bunny and everything. So I don't know, there's not really too much of a difference. The shadow is different on this, like on this one here. This is brighter on the rock, and then this one here is darker on the rock. So, yeah. I mean, this one here just used kind of the sunlight, And this one here, like you can tell the flash was kind of on the bunny, so it brightened it up a little bit. But they don't look that bad. They really don't look that bad. I was very happy with how it turned out. For like Polaroid film, you know, it still looks vintage, but it turned out really good. And I did take a few indoor photos. Let me show you them. Well, actually, I'll move on to the landscape ones that I took. So for the drive out in the country, I took these photos. This is just a field right here. My goal in this was there's a little divided part in the trees back there. You can see where it's like a gap, you know, and there is in that gap this line of power line going through that way, and it's actually going all the way through that gap, but you can't see it that well in the photo. Like I have the power lines going across like the side of the road there, and you can see that, but you can't really see the power lines going that far. But it did get some of the clouds in the sky. It looked really good. Like it looks really good for like a landscape photo. And this here does look green. Like you can't see it in my lighting that good, but it is green. And then the yellow brown of the field there. This one here is just the railroad tracks that we had stopped at, and I took a picture of the stop sign. It had some graffiti on the stop sign, and I don't know. I think it looks really good. Looks kind of vintage, you know, and everything. It's just really nice. We pulled right up to it. You can see my rear view, or not rear view, but side view mirror right there in the car. And I just snapped a picture of it. But it doesn't look bad. I really like how that turned out. Indoors, it seemed like photos were kind of blurry, you know, that I took. I don't know, maybe it's because I wasn't very steady. But like I took a picture of my husband, and then this is him with the dog. So like it may not look blurry on my camera, but like it's a little blurry. Like the dog's face, his face is not that white. Like it's a little bit white, but it really kind of made his face go white more. And I did have the flash on for indoors on both of these. So my wall's purple, you can see that. But yeah, I mean, it's just a little blurry, but they look like vintage Polaroids and stuff, you know. So I did take one. This is one that kind of messed up, you know, which I don't mind it actually. There's like some where the chemical or something kind of spotted on the photo. I don't know, but I got a close-up of my cat. Like I wasn't that far away from him, maybe an arm's length, if that, away from him, and it did capture his little face there peeking out from the bunk bed and his claws. He was trying to attack me, but he's a little bit blurry, but my flash was on too, so like it kind of shined in his eyes, and then you get all this kind of from the film too. It just kind of messed it up, but it doesn't really look that bad. Like I'm okay with this photo. I did take one of my other cat too, using just window light in the house. And he's sitting right here, and I'm just using the window light. I have my flash off for this one, and it looks really good. I really like using window light in photos. It's really good pictures. Even with my Instax cameras, I really like using window light. And this here looks really nice. I like the way it looks. This was indoors without the flash, just using window light. And my cat was looking out the window. I went back outdoors for a little bit, and well, actually no, we're gonna do this one too. This one was indoors. It's my daughter. See, her face and everything is not blurry. It actually turned out pretty good. I was, I guess, more steady when I was taking the picture. She's just sitting there on the couch on her Chromebook, probably playing Roblox. That's what she plays mostly. So that one turned out really good. Low light, it did pretty good indoors, you know. It's just, I guess, holding your camera steady. The rest of these are all outdoors. This is on the way back. I took a photo of just me in the rearview mirror. I forgot to turn off the flash though. So the flash kind of showed in the rearview mirror there, but it wasn't bad, you know. It's just, you can see me taking the photo in my house. And then I have one of my dog outside. That one turned out really good. He's not really blurry at all. And I actually got pretty close to him. It's a really good photo. Like, I really like how this camera turned out, like with these photos. I haven't tried the 600 film yet, but like I really do like how these turned out so far. This is one I took of my daughter outside. She was just kind of looking at her feet. So I took one of her outside, and I really like how that looks. Looks really good. Again, I was really happy with how this turned out. My bunny, one of my other bunnies, I took this. He's a little, it's a little out of focus there. I was about an arm's length away from him, so he's a little bit blurry, but I mean, you can tell it's a bunny, you know, and like the leaves and stuff around him, it's a little bit blurry, but I mean, it's not a bad photo either. It's vintage. It's not going to be perfect. It's vintage looking. You know, I think it's meant to look vintage. This is a photo of my kids on the trampoline. My daughter's making a weird face. But this here has got a little bit of stuff around the edge. But that's okay though. It's meant to look that way, you know. This film probably ain't gonna always be perfect all the time, but I like that about it. But it's a really good photo. This is one I took just to see how it would do of like flowers in a bird bath. I just took some dogwood flowers off of a tree and placed them in this little bird bath, and there wasn't really, it's just kind of mud in it, you know, and I took the picture and it looks really good. I was really happy with how it turned out. And this was my second double exposure, excuse me, that I attempted. This one here I like a lot better. I took a picture first. I actually did the light photo first, which means the photo that's gonna have more of like the lighter color, the white, you know, in it. I took that first of the side of my garage, like you can see the siding right here. And then I took a photo of a statue in that same bird bath, the darker photo, and it actually turned out really good. I like it. I can see the side of the garage, but then it's kind of mixed in with this angel statue and then the bird bath and then my apple tree in the background. Like, you can really see it, and it's literally two pictures, and you can tell it's like two different things smushed together, and I like that. I think it turned out good. I was really happy with that. So those are the photos I took. I still have 5 or 6 pictures on this. It's been fun to play around with, and I really like how it turned out. Like, it makes me want to use it more, especially outside, because I really like how the colors and everything turn out outside. I will probably use this a lot outdoors. I don't know if I'll use it indoors, not unless I'm just doing like window light portraits or something like that. That might be kind of fun, but outdoors I really liked using it. And I like that, of course, the pictures are bigger than the Instax Mini because it's a regular like Polaroid size. So, I mean, it only sucks because the film is like, you know, so expensive for only 8 pictures. But I think this is worth it. This little camera here was $99 US. and it comes in different colors: green, blue, white, black, and it's pretty simple to use. Like, I didn't have no problems using this. The Polaroid video really helped out with the how-tos. It was really good. I really liked it. I really like this camera. It's simple. You know, you just turn it on. You can see your, you know, film that you have left in there. You can turn the flash off with just a click of the button, and it's off. Take your picture, it's gonna come back on. Or you can turn this back on, just a click of the button. And then your charging port, you can see a green light there showing that it is charged. And then your shutter button, and then this here is your double exposure mode. Don't forget that. So it's pretty simple. Click this twice for the double exposure, or click it once for a self timer of, I think, about maybe 10 seconds. So I haven't used the self timer yet because I really haven't had a need to, but I really do like this camera. I like the feel of it. Like, I can see myself taking this places, walking on a trail and taking pictures outdoors. I think it'd be really nice. So I hope you enjoy this review of this camera. I do suggest it if you're wanting a camera that takes the Polaroid size pictures. This is a decent price. It's $99, and it's simple to use, and I really like the look and feel of it. So I suggest this if you're interested in getting like a Polaroid camera. I wouldn't mind having an SX70 again, but they're so expensive. They're like over $300 for a refurbished one. And at a thrift store, you can get one cheaper, but then you run into, you know, the shutter button messing up, or there's something wrong with it. And, you know, film is so expensive, and then to send it off and get it refurbished is like $180 or so. So yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with just this camera. I do have a Polaroid Spectra, and I might try to buy some film for that just to see how it works, because I really haven't used it since I bought it from a thrift store. So I might do a video on that too. Anyways though, I hope you liked this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. I'm sorry if it's so long or anything, but that's just how I do my reviews. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day.